So this is a request. Somebody wanted me to take a white privilege test. So basically, when you take this test, it's 26 questions, and if you answer 13 of the 26 questions with a yes, that means you have white privilege in America, and you need to check yourself into an institution or check your way of viewing the world, and you just need to find a way to better support minorities in the country. So I was like, this should be interesting. I'm black, obviously. Let me take this white privilege test to see if I have white privilege. So, yeah, let's go. First question. If I wish to, I can arrange to be in the company of people of my race most of the time. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yes. So I'm already off to a yes. For one, it's 26 questions. If I answer 13 with yes, that means I have white privilege. If I can be sure that no matter where I move, my neighbors in that location will be pleasant or neutral to me. No matter where I move to. See, I don't know. That's like a maybe, because here's my thing. I believe most of where I will move to in the world, they will be pleasant or neutral to me. Sure, but nobody can be sure that no matter where they move. So I'm just going to do the obvious. Like, nobody can be sure where they move, because that's not even possible. So majority of where I move, I would say yes. And you're like, well, what about deep South Alabama or stuff like that? But here's my thing. When you ask a question like this, it's kind of a contradiction, because nobody can be 100% sure where they move to, they'll be 100% fine. That's not even realistic. So I'm answering from the perspective of, from the majority of places in America, if I move here, will they be pleasant? And I say yes. It's obvious. It's always an anomaly. I don't do anomalies. I can go shopping alone and be sure I won't be followed or harassed. Yes, I've literally never been followed or harassed when I went shopping alone. Like, literally never, not one time. But maybe I'm just being, I don't know, biased. I can turn on the television, open a newspaper, and see people of my race widely represented. Yes, all the time. Like, maybe I'm supposed to say no. Okay, I'm gonna try to say no to some of these. But every show I watch or every time I turn on TV, I always see black people. Like, it's not really, like, I see them all the time. But maybe it's just what I watch. I don't know. I can go to a museum or art gallery and see people of my race widely represented in the objects and artworks. You see, I don't know. Because when you go to one of these, like an old school art museum, you don't really see, I guess, black paintings unless you go to a history museum. So I would say no, but maybe I don't really go to museums like that. So I don't really go to museums. So it's like, but then again, I see them in art galleries though. So I don't really know how to answer this. I don't know. I don't go to museums. I can be sure that my children will be taught a curriculum which testifies to the existence of their race. What does that even mean? I can be sure that my children will be taught a curriculum which testifies. What does that even mean? I don't even know what this question is asking me. Which testifies to the existence, like, what do you mean? Are you saying, like, will it be shown that their race exists? I mean, I guess. I don't really know how to answer this question. I'm just gonna say yes. Question number 7. I can be sure that my child will be taught a curriculum. Well, I think I just did 7. Oh, my bad, y'all. I did 7 instead of 6. I'm gonna do 6. I can be sure that when told about our national heritage about civilization, I am shown that people of my color made it what it is. Of course. Yes. I've been told that a lot. Black people, it's actually a saying that goes around that say black people built America. That's a saying that you hear a lot. So yes. And I'm not trying to be biased here. I'm just being like 100% honest with my experiences. I can go to a hairdresser and be sure they can cut my hair. I don't really have much hair, so I'm just going to assume you're talking about barbers. This question itself is kind of privileged because they should have known black people who, like me, who don't really have much hair, don't go to hairdressers. We go to barbers. So this question in itself is kind of weird. And I keep skipping questions, so that was number 9 I just answered. 8 I'm going to do right now. I can go into a shop and easily find the food or music or clothes which represent my race. Yes, all the time. Like, and here's my thing. Number 9 was also a weird question because I don't go to hairdressers. I go to barbershops. This whole question, the premise of this question, I can't even agree with because I don't go to hairdressers. But anyways, when I go to a shop or a place, they always have food or clothes or music that represent my culture. Of course, there's times that doesn't happen, but majority of the time, I never have to worry about that ever. Like, I've never questioned that. So this whole quiz in itself is kind of weird because it's like a matter of where you live, like, or how you act. It's not really privilege. I would just say, depending on where you live, certain regions have different cultures, but. So that's yes. Number 9 is also yes about the hairdresser, I guess. I don't really know. I don't go to hairdressers, so I'm going to say no because I don't go to hairdressers. I don't go to hairdressers, so I'm sure they wouldn't even know what to do with my hair. I mean, I don't go to one. I can count on my skin color. I can count on my skin color not to work against the appearance of my financial reliability. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I'm struggling financially? Like, actually, I'm not gonna say that. But it hasn't worked against me. I mean, I've never really thought about this. Like, I work hard every day. I don't necessarily think my skin color has made me less financially reliable or financially affluent. I don't necessarily think it has. Maybe it can work against me. But in my personal life, I never even considered this. So for me personally, my skin color has not worked against me financially. So I can count on my skin color. So I'm going to say yes. Because it hasn't worked against me. And if I said it did, I would literally be lying to y'all. I can swear, dress scruffily, or not answer letters without people attribute these choices to the bad morals, poverty, or literacy of my race. They probably will attribute that to my race. Like, if I was on here, I guess swearing, because I don't swear in my videos, and I dress scruffily. I mean, I wear hoodies and do-rags in my videos, and no one who watches my channel has ever actually said, oh, you dress like a black, like, nobody's ever said that, ever, and I be wearing anything in my videos. Like, I wear do-rags, I wear hoodies, I wear earrings. Sometimes I wear the hoodie like this and put the do-rag on it, and nobody has ever said anything about that, ever. So this might be this might be yes too, because nobody's ever said that. Morals, poverty, or this has never happened in my life. Like, and I want to say no, but from my personal experiences, because I'm a YouTuber, I have 200,000 subscribers, and I swear, y'all, nobody has ever commented about how I dress or how I speak ever. They probably comment and be like, oh, I never heard that before. But nobody's ever done that to me. So I'm going to say yes, because in my personal experience, in my life, this has not happened to me. Maybe it can happen to black people. I'm not saying that, but to me personally, it hasn't. I can speak in public to a powerful male group without putting my race on trial. Yes, I can. I mean, maybe I think I already have a lot of yeses. I can do well professionally without being called a credit to my race. No white person has ever attributed my success to, I guess, the well-being of black people. But maybe it's because I'm young. I haven't really experienced much in the corporate world yet, but I don't think this has not happened to me. So I'm not even I don't know how to answer this because this hasn't happened to me, but also I don't have that much experience in the corporate world. So I'm going to say I don't know. Question 17. If police officer stops me, I can be sure I haven't been singled out because of my race. I can be sure I haven't been singled out because of my race. I've never been stopped by the police. So this question in itself is kind of strange because, deep down you want to say yes. I mean, my bad. Deep down you want to say no because, like, you hear about, like, police officers, I guess, looking for black people in the news and stuff like that. But I've never been pulled over by a police officer, or I've never been stopped by one in general. So I don't really know how to answer this question. This has never happened to me. And how come I'm on question 17? I'm missing some questions. My bad, y'all. I'm on question 14. My bad. Ignore question 17. I have never been asked to speak for my entire racial group. I've never been asked that. This has never happened to me. Why would somebody want me to do that? I mean, people probably think I do that when I do YouTube videos and stuff, but nobody's ever outwardly asked me to do that, or not that I've seen. If you can find a comment somebody asking, send it to me so I can change that to a no. I can remain oblivious of the language and customs of persons of color without feeling in my own culture and penalty for such oblivion. I guess not, because I am a person of color, so no, because I'm black. So I can criticize our government and talk about how much I fear its policies and behavior without being seen as a cultural outsider. What? I can criticize our government? What? These questions are so weird. I mean, you have the freedom of speech. If police officers, oh yeah, it's the same question. For 17, I don't know. I've never been pulled over. So I don't know. I can be pretty sure that if I talk to the person in charge, I'll be facing a person of my race. No. Usually, I can't be sure of that because it just depends where you go. I'm not sure. I guess whoever comes out. I can easily buy books, children's toys, posters, and greeting cards or magazines featuring people of my race. Yes, you can easily buy anything. It's 2023. You can buy whatever you want. All you gotta do is search a specific Google search, and then you can literally find anything. I guess if you're going to a store like Target or something, or Walmart, maybe it'd be harder, but even still, I don't think it'd be that much harder. I think it'd just be kind of weird if you go into a store and be like, why isn't it in an all black section? That's just kind of weird. You go into a store and be like, where's the all black section? That's just strange. But if you go on Google or something, you can find, I guess, what you're looking for. As a child, I had access to books where heroes and protagonists were the same race and color as me. I'm actually gonna say books. Yes, I actually did, but I didn't really. Here's my thing as a child. I did, but when I was a child, this wasn't really I didn't really care. And I didn't what do you mean you didn't care? But when you're a kid, you don't really think about stuff like this. If you want the new Spider-Man book, you just care. You just wanted to be Spider-Man in it, or you want the new, I don't know. I play with wrestlers and stuff, so John Cena wrestler, I just wanted the John Cena wrestler. It would be kind of weird to me if I bought the John Cena wrestler and he was black with an afro. It would just be kind of weird to me. So this is I don't know, and I play with Transformers and Batman and stuff, so honestly, I guess no, because I didn't really go out of my way for it, for books and toys. Books, I wasn't really reading many books when I was a kid, when I was a kid. I would read Dr. Seuss and Cat in the Hat, so if Cat in the Hat was black, I would just be kind of, So I guess I would say no. I don't really know, no, because I didn't really, I was a play outside or play with some toys. I wasn't reading no books, all like that. I can go home from most meetings of organizations I belong to feeling someone tied in rather than isolated, out of place, outnumbered, unheard, held at distance, or feared. I go home from most meetings of organizations I belong to. Well, yes, because I don't really, I go to an historically black college, so I don't really, some of these questions are just not my reality, so, you know what, I'm gonna just say no for the sake of it, just to make this video more entertaining. I could take a job with an affirmative action employer without having coworkers suspect that I got it because of my race. Yes, I mean, I've had several internships, I've had several business opportunities, and no one I've talked to, no one who've interviewed me, no one I've done any work with accredited my success to my race. I don't know where this is coming from, but this has never happened to me. And I've gotten a lot of opportunities, so this has not happened to me. I don't wish it to happen to me. It's not my reality. I can be sure that the gatekeepers in my life, such as my boss, my local MP, or my landlord, are the same color or race as me. I can be sure. I can't be sure. No, I can't be sure. I don't think anyone can be sure, but some people might be. It just depends where you live, I guess. I guess the population. I can be sure that if I need legal or medical help, the color of my skin will not work against me. I can't be sure. I actually can't be sure that. Like, I don't know. No. I can't be sure. Like, all these I can be sure questions, I usually say no because, like, I can't be sure. Like, it could work against me. Who knows? It just depends. I can choose makeup or bandages and flesh color, have them more or less match my skin. I can choose makeup or bandages. I don't wear makeup, but I'm gonna talk about band-aids. Like, actually, when it comes to band-aids, I've never seen like a brown band-aid until like I've gotten older. So I guess no. Like, I just thought they were all the same color. So when I talk about band-aids, no. I didn't know they were supposed to be skin color. So no. Now I can. Well, actually, then the answer would be yes. Because now they have different color band-aids. I guess when I was younger, no. But in 2023, yes, you can actually. Probably for like the past 10 years. Like, you can literally find anything. And lastly, at school and university, I can be sure that most of the students were the same color or race as me. Like, literally, yes. Like, this is literally my reality. So yes, I actually can be sure of that. So final results. If you answer more than 13 yes out of 26, have you considered the white privilege may play a role in your life? Contacted the museum detox. Well, since I'm black, does this mean I have black privilege? Because I answered yes to 18. I said yes 16 times. I said no, I think 5 times. So let's do the math. Yes, 16. No, I don't know. I said no about 7 times. So maybe I do have white privilege. I mean, I said I don't know 3 times. So according to this, I have white privilege. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get that checked out. I'm just playing, y'all, but the only reason I'm doing this video is because I don't think tests like this are accurate. I mean, a lot of these questions were like very hypothetical. I can be sure. Can you be sure? Like, nobody can be sure. So you never really know. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for me, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next video.